Welcome, our viewers, wherever you are. As you can see, today I'm here with our guest from the School of Arts and Social Sciences, a student taking journalism and mass communication as a course here in Kibabi University. The show is The Last Lap, here with your host, Ochola Bonaventure, and I'm going to give our guest 1 second for the introduction. We start with the lady here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bonaventure. My name is Miss Ruth Fatma. I take a Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Samson Nyamawe Mwadzua, a student journalist, 4th year. I'm a Costirian Mijikenda from Kilifi, and I'm happy to be part of this session today.
Thank you, Mwadzua and Ruth Fatma. And today, as you can see, Mwadzua, can you tell our viewers more about yourself, who you are?
Okay, Mwadzua is more than the person appearing before this camera. Actually, if I were to describe myself, we might take the whole day here, but in a very simplified way. Mwadzua is a journalist, also a broadcaster, a producer in radio production, a TV news anchor. Mwadzua is a photographer. Mwadzua is a master of ceremony. Mwadzua is a protocol officer.
Yeah, sure.
If you are a mheshimiwa, then you can invite me one day. I'm a protocol officer. Mwadzua is also a teacher in CPC. I teach science and technology. Mwadzua is also a computer expert. So Mwadzua is very wide. I don't know which area I should specify, but that's briefly about Mwadzua.
Okay, thank you. Ruth, you've heard of Mwadzua. What about yourself?
They say the vice versa is true. Okay, they call me Bifatma here in school. So Bifatma is a journalist. I'm a reporter, I'm a TV news anchor, I'm a radio presenter, I'm a master of ceremony, I'm a model. People do not know that I have titles. I carried the title Miss Matuga, and before that one I was the first runners-up still. I'm a master of ceremony, I'm a teacher, I teach. I'm a baker, I bake.
Yes, sure.
Yes, and I'm a mother. I don't have my own child, but I'm a mother. I think I'm a mother, yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to thank you, all of you, once again for your time that you've taken out of the busy schedule that you had today. And now, we want to start this show. Mwadzua,
Yes.
we are here on The Last Lap. How did you come to know Kibabi University before you could join this campus?
One thing very important, Bonaventure. I had a dream of becoming a journalist since I think since 2007 when I was in KG3 at Tabasam Academy. So I wanted to be a journalist. Then I also wanted that one day I may study at a university, that when I'm traveling, now I have to spend overnight there. So in one way or the other, I think my prayers were answered, because I got a school that I could spend overnight while traveling. So I just find Kibabi University on the KUSSIPS portal. I applied for journalism. There was Kibabi. There was also another institution which is Islamic in nature. I wanted to do law in that school. But of course, I learned about Kibabi University over the portal, and I'm happy to be part and parcel of this great team of Kibabi currently.
But you never had any, while you were in high school, you never had any dream of joining. You know, most of people, when they are growing up, when they are in high school, they have that dream of joining university like the University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University. Why did you have to choose Kibabi University as your main university?
Personally, I consider myself to be greater than an institution. You know, when you feel that you are greater than an institution, then you don't have to look for a great institution. You just look at an institution that will offer what you want.
Okay.
So I just considered Kibabi, to be one of the greatest universities as far as journalism and mass communication is concerned. So I thought that the urge of doing journalism in me is much greater than the urge for looking a greater university. Okay. So at Kibabi University, I'm very much comfortable.
Okay. Ruth, how did you come to realize that Kibabi University existed, despite you coming from the farthest end of Kenya, the southern part of Kenya, to come and learn on the farthest end of Kenya?
I won't lie. I didn't know of Kibabi University. In fact, I didn't apply my courses. Someone did it for me. So, in fact, I've always wanted to be a journalist since Standard D. We used to call Standard D, now they call grade.
Yes,
Grade.
yes.
Standard D3. I wanted to be a journalist. But then, the people from my family, they were like, journalism, no, you can't do journalism. You are too bright for that. You will waste your future. So my dad wanted me to do law. I wanted to do journalism. My mom wanted me to be a teacher. My brother wanted me to do any computer course, computer science, IT, or anything. So I had to, the one who was selecting the courses for me had to cater for every member of the family. So you know the dad is the head.
Yeah.
Law, choice 1.
Yeah, sure.
Then I had to sweet talk him, and I was like, please keep journalism number 2. So journalism number 2. Then education number 3. Then IT number 4. Then deep inside me I was like, God, please, journalism. But now I had made peace with my mind that I was going to do law. So I had even prepared that I'm going to school for 4 years, then I'll go to Kenya School of Law for 2 years. So I concentrated with the schools zenye law. I was going to do law. The first one, the second one, and the third one, because you put 3 choices. So kumbe this man happened to put Kibabi University for journalism. So maybe I knew Kibabi University the day the results came out. I was placed in Kibabi University. Now I knew, oh, Kibabi. I cried. I was like, where is this? Where is Kibabi? I don't know. I don't know of Kibabi. I've never been there, but at least I wanted to travel like Mwadzu. I wanted to explore. So I was like, okay, let me make peace. Someone talked to me and told me, oh, don't worry, it's a good school. I come from Western. Actually, the one who helped me apply the courses is from Vihiga. So he told me it's a good school, don't worry, you just go there. Of course, you have always wanted journalism. God has given it unto you. So you go there, but do not be silent. Go there, chase your dreams, let everyone know you. Like, just be outgoing. And I think that is what made me who I am today.
Okay. And now, Ruth Fatma, now you are here for your admission. You've received the calling letter, the admission letter. Now you are here for the day of admission.
Yes.
How was it?
It was easy, because I let's take this moment to thank these people from Western. They are very kind. When I reached the admission office, I think it's ABB 001, Ruth Fatma, oh, this one comes from the coast. In fact, I didn't stay making that long line or anything. The guys were like, oh, she must be tired. They're tired. Then they had to, maybe they just made sure that I was comfortable. They made the process shorter. I think I'm one of the people who took the shortest time in my admission process. Okay. I got to love Kibabi. I loved the environment. I loved the people. To be honest, Western people are sweet.
Thank you. I think your story might be different from Mwadzu. Mwadzu, what of yourself on the day of admission? What are some of the challenges that you faced, and according to the admission process?
Okay, as per the admission process, I think for me it was a little bit complicated because I had to admit myself due to financial constraints. You know, coming from Coast Province to Western Kenya, it's a bit a longer distance. Now traveling with the parent, now you will need around more than 10,000 for you to cater for transport. So I had to come on my own, though at the company of my parents, not physically. So the admission process was a little bit tiresome. I was taken to the hostel. I met the hostel keeper, but as my sister Ruth Fatma said, the Western people, they are good at, especially receiving people, you know, the Coastarians. They say with their Swahili, they look humble and with a lot of humility. So the process was complicated, though I thank the administration and the school at large, the Kibabi fraternity. They ensured that we have it at its best level. Though in terms of where to stay now, that's where we had the challenges at the hostel. But the hostel keeper, there's one Muse, I've forgotten his name, he's from Kakamega. He ensured that I secure a place so that I can stay at Kibabi University. But all in all, we managed, and here we are.
You know, Mwazua, yours seems to be so implicated, but for Ruth Fatma, the process seems to be that easy. Where did you do your admission process? Was it at the administration block, auditoriums? Where did your admission take place?
I think it was in the auditoriums. When you are alone, you are new, not just new to the environment, but also new to the system. You also form part of the problem that you will experience. One is what we call ushamba, ignorance. You don't understand this. So you are learning at the same time you are doing it. So that's where the complexities emerged. So I did it in the auditorium. I think it was in the auditorium C. It's when I realized I bought a school magazine, and I have to say this. I bought it, but I never read that magazine. Personally, when you're coming from high school, you see it like especially when you see the modelers, those dressed in a way that you are new to it, especially when you are from high school. So I bought the magazine. I also forgot my phone somewhere outside there. It was because I was new. But the system, though they tried their best, and I was also part of the problem because I was new. But I think at least I managed.
Okay. Now, Mwazua, you are now in Kibabii University. You have done your admission. How was life after your admission in Kibabii University?
Life was good. Life was better on all the parameters, especially from the hostel. I can remember from the cafeteria, or rather the mess, serving of food. I can remember we bought at 5 shillings per, what should we say, a tonge. Costinian with English, it's another challenge, but I will try and manage. So per tonge, it was 5 bob. So it was very easy for you to have your supper with 25 shillings. Cabbage, 5 bob. Then now you get 4 pieces of food with 20. And also the workers at the cafeteria, rather at the mess, they are also that humane. They serve you. We get the food at the end of the day. With 25 shillings, you have managed to get supper. That is in terms of the food. In terms of hostel, also life was good. You meet with different people from different parts of Kenya. You learn a lot. There's that friendship, that bond as you move on. Also in terms of studies, I should recommend that Kibabii is greater than the way people are viewing it from outside. When you are in, as far as journalism and mass communication is concerned, the department also has done a lot of things that I can say for these 4 years I have had the best out of what was produced.
Thank you, Mwazua, but you've gone too far. But let me come back to Ruth Fatma. How was life after your admission in Kibabii University?
Life after admission?
Yeah.
I think my life has been easy, not tough. I cannot complain. Aside from the health issues, adapting to the environment, but now the other aspect of life was so easy and soft and smooth. Because personally, people think I'm so outgoing. Yes, I'm outgoing, but when it comes to my personal life, I don't like a lot of people around me. So I was that kind of person. I have a series, I have a movie, 7 hours in my room. I'll watch that movie. I will write scripts. I will rehearse the script. I thought journalism is all about reading news. I did not know much about journalism. So I could go for lunch, maybe get breakfast, go for lunch, go for supper. But I also happened to be a member. I happen to be a member of the CU. So when they have a program, I'll go for the program. When there is a journalism class, or we have a practical, maybe the journalists are doing something, I'll go be with them. Minus that, I'm in my room watching a movie, not doing any other thing. Yeah, so my life is just that.
You first stayed in the hostel?
I stayed in the hostel. I'm still staying in the hostel. Yes, personally, I've loved staying in the hostel, and I think it's the best place to be. Yeah, you get... Beside me not wanting to involve myself with a lot of people, but I also want people close to me sometimes to help me do some things, because I could not do a lot of things by myself. Yeah, I'm a last born. Now people think I'm small, but I was much smaller when I came. So I wanted people to show me how to do things. Yeah, so I stayed in the hostel first year. Second year, my brother was like, will you go outside? But I'm like, no. My mom, my dad, they're like, where do you want to stay? I was like, no, I want to stay in the hostel. Third year in the hostel. Then fourth year, I'm like, no, I love it here. Why should I go outside?
Yeah, sure.
I'm still there, provided you have cash to sustain you.
Now, Fatma, you are now here in Kibabu University for your first week, second weeks. Did you attend all the orientations that the students were being taken through?
Yes, I attended all the orientation from the first one to the last one because of the fear of, I came from a school that was very strict and tough. When maybe there was a session going on and then you failed to go, the teachers could come in the dormitory, chase you away. So I was fearing. I was like, what if they check a roll call? What if they check and I'm not there? And my mom and my dad know that I'm a good girl. The people that made me come here know that I'm a good girl. And then the first week I'm in a scandal. I was like, no, that fear of being in problem made me attend all the sessions to the last one whereby we had the VC's address.
Yeah, sure. And during the orientation, which message did you take positively that to date makes you move on as a student?
They said we should be yourself.
Be yourself. Be who you are.
Be who you are. I think it was Dr. Christina Buire. Don't remember. There is a doctor by that name, I think. Yeah, she was talking about a lot of things, but she once told us that you should be yourself. Do not be carried along with a lot of things. Be who you are, but do the right thing at the right time. Dress well. And Dr. Mulambula also. I remember he used this statement, makusudi. So he was saying makusudi tu. Kukosa class, makusudi tu. Kupata mimba first year, makusudi tu. Sijui kufanya nini, makusudi tu. So his words have really helped me not to do makusudi. As Costarians, makusudi ni kufanya kitu, doing something that you know it is wrong, but going an extra mile doing it. So makusudi, that one has helped me to stay away from all the makusudi things. And I've lived by being myself, me Fatma. Who am I? What do I want to achieve in life? What can I do for the other person to make sure they're comfortable? Yeah, kindness. I think there was that aspect of us as freshers helping one another. Do not see a friend in a problem and then you are like clapping. Do not see a friend lost, but personally I see that our institution is in a small area, so I've never gotten lost or find myself in a situation that I cannot get myself into. But yeah, I think that being kind to one another, kutofanya makusudi, and being myself, that is what has carried me.
Okay, thank you. What of you, Mwazua? During the orientation,
Yes.
which words from the lecturers that motivated you, that makes you to move on in your academics to date?
Okay, there are a lot of words that were said during that day, but a takeaway from that session is a certain lady from the Department of Disaster Management. I've forgotten her name, but she said, take care. So I could remember that word, up to date, take care. So now she elaborated it and said that you have to take care on all the aspect of life, as far as studies are concerned, socially, economically, everything. She even went to an extra mile of explaining how to spend your finances, whether you're getting help or not, whether you're getting bursaries or not. She also explained on how to relate with others. And she even explained on how to use condom. I can vividly remember very well that day. I think it was on some days after 22nd of August in the year 2022. So from that time up to now, I just took care of everything that I have to approach. And that's why I'm where I am, and I'm happy that I took care.
Okay, thank you. Our viewers, we are going for a very short commercial break. We will be back. Stay tuned. This is the last lap by Ochola Bonaventure together with Samson Mwazua, together with Ruth Fatma. Welcome back, our viewers. It's still Ochola Bonaventure together with Samson Mwazua and Ruth Fatma. Now, as we continue, Samson Mwazua, now you are in Kibabi University. You've gone through orientation. The lectures has now begun. What was your first experience during the lectures in your first year?
Okay, my experience in terms of
attending the lectures.
I'm one person who never misses even a single lecture. It's only in fourth year when there's that peer pressure. You find people are not attending some classes. Now you try so that you see how it tastes missing a lecture. But even in fourth year, the lectures that I have not attended, they are less than 3. Since I joined Kibabi University, I've never missed any lecture unless there is a very genuine reason. So in first year, I never missed even a single lecture. In second year, I missed 2 when I was sick. In first semester and in second semester. Normally when I come to Western Kenya due to the change in environment and climate, I normally have a flu and some common cold. So I was sick. I didn't attend lecturer Mokaya's. There's a lecturer at Kibabi University called Mr. Mokaya. So I didn't attend his class. Then the other one I attended halfway. In fact, I was at Kandui. I was uninformed. Then I got a communication in our WhatsApp group that he's going to have a lesson. Then in third year, I've never missed even a single lecture. In fourth year, I missed 2. When I was in Nairobi, there was a certain event at Kasarani. I attended 2 events. Then I also attended one at Musakasa, which happened in Bungoma. So I missed 2 lectures from political communication and also broadcast not actual broadcast presenting, but there's a unit more on news writing, which is taught in fourth year. Electronic production. So if I were to count the lectures that I have not attended, they are less than 10 out of the 64 or more lectures that you are supposed to undertake as an undergraduate at Kibabi University. So my experience, that's how it went actually. I'm not used to miss lectures. I took care, as I said in the first session.
Okay, but Mwazua, you are now in first year, the first week of lectures. Did you ever find yourself in a wrong class, as in a wrong lecture hall?
That's normal, especially for a first year. Okay, let me say, personally, it was normal. You go to a class, you find it's not there. You just look at the faces in that class, then you realize they are not your course mates. You go to another one, especially when, I joined Kibabi with a neon ray phone, whereby it couldn't even access the university internet and the Wi-Fi connectivity. So you buy some data from the hostel, you just confirm, now it's room ABB 006. You go there, you realize that the room had been occupied by other courses. You enter in the room, after 5 minutes, then you realize they are teaching mathematics or physics. You go to another room, a little bit of confusion, but at the end of the day, you find yourself in the correct lecture room.
Okay, thank you, Mazo. But I think yours might be different from Ruth Fatma, because I think she was the class rep by that time.
Yeah, we were together. I was also a class rep. But I dropped due to some reasons, financial reasons, and also logistics.
But why do you used to find yourself in a wrong lecture hall, yet you were the class rep and you had the venues?
We were 4.
You were 4?
We were 4 actually. The class was very huge. So you organize a class, let's meet at this venue, then you realize your fellow class rep has communicated with the lecturer, he has found another venue. Because you are still first years, you are new to each other. Then there was that a little bit of confusion and commotion.
Okay. What of you, Ruth Fatma?
Yes, mine was kind of smooth because I found during the orientation actually, someone made me understand that 0 is the ground floor, 1 is first floor, 2 is second floor, 3 is third floor. ABB is this other side for classes, ABC is the side for offices. So for me it was easy. I knew that, the class is in ABB, so I'll definitely go to the classes. If it's 1, first floor. If it's 2, second floor. If it's 3, third floor. So that's why I think I've said that I've never found myself in a wrong place in the institution.
Okay.
Because for Coastarians, let me use this Swahili phrase. What tunasema upwani ugali. So I'm like, mi mkost mzima nipote. How comes? Mombasa is full of streets. How can I get lost? You know?
It's Chonyi, not even Guantanamo.
Yeah, it's a Chonyi.
She's biased.
I have redefined the statement.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I was like, me. I went to a big school, the pride, I'm a miss. Then how can I start telling someone, bana, nimepotea? No, that was kind of weird. So I had to find my route to every place. Yeah, for the classes, I'm like Mwadzua. You know, when you come from a school and you are one of the best students, or maybe you come from where you come from and people expect a lot from you, missing lecture is not part of me. I attended all the lectures in first year, in second year, in third year, in fourth year. Maybe I'm sick, so I can go, maybe get out of the lesson, but I'll tell the class rep, guy, I'm not feeling well, I'll be out. Or maybe if I'm engaged somewhere, and if I'm traveling, I'll call the lecturer. Or if I'm very far from the institution, I'll still communicate to the lecturer, hey daktari, hey sir, hey madam, I won't be around, I'll be doing this and this. And I think that is what has really helped me in having the maybe good grades and being good academically.
Okay, thank you, Ruth Fatma. And now you've taken halfway of the lectures. You've attended halfway of almost all of the lectures. The first cut now is being administered. What was your experience and your reaction to the first cut that you did?
The first cut.
Yeah.
The first cut was Madam Neema's cut.
Yeah,
it was Miss Neema's cut, language used in communication. And then Miss Neema was very tough. She used, if a lecture is 3 hours, she will take 3 hours, but she will give you a little break of like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So this unit had a lot of notes. So I prepared it adequately. I read, I make sure that, sometimes people usually say, until I was, which is this slang that they use? Nilikuwa naungua. I really prepared adequately. So for me, it wasn't hard. It was something I could handle.
Okay.
Yeah, the lecturer read the questions and we answered and we went out of the class and we were discussing the cut, just like high school. The way you get out of an examination room, then you start discussing what the lecturer has administered.
Okay. Now, Mwadzua,
yes.
On you. What was your first experience with the online cut that you did in your first year?
I had the worst experience in my first cut, especially the common unit. That was fundamentals of computing with the certain lecturer, Dr. Peter Baraza. Lecturer Peter Baraza. So, I mismatched my name. There's a place in the online portal, when you join campus, you're just new to use your phone. In high school, you are not allowed to use phones. Even from school up to home, I just had a kabambe, the kamulika mwizi. So when I joined university, there is the online class, which are offered online and virtually. So I did one of the cuts online. It was fundamentals of computing. Then I mismatched my name with my registration number. You just fill your registration number. So I filled my name instead of my registration number. So my marks appeared in the list of those who are doing nursing. So I had to look for him. I had a little bit, I had some difficulties in accessing him. So when I met him, he told me I'll have to redo the cut. So we were arranged to redo the cut. Now it was 90 questions, not the 30 or 60 questions. 90 questions in Auditorium C, supervised by one of the IT experts within the universities. So I did 90 questions in just 1 hour. Now it was a little bit hectic. Even if you have read, 90 questions is a very big number of questions, such that you'll do the first 30, then now other questions you have forgotten. You have that pressure. You are not used to the internet. And also, one thing that you have to be honest, even if you're doing it online, now you'll have to counter check. At least you score some good marks. So when you try to counter check, the portal leaves you outside. You go to the system again every now and then, but I eventually did my best. I scored a good grade, and I take it as a step which I undertook, which enabled me to be a little bit hard, be sharp with the internet, and also be good at handling questions, especially when you're doing an online exam.
Okay, thank you. I just want one of you to explain for me briefly on the matters with takeaway cards. What was the first experience with it? It's the first takeaway card. It's now being done in groups. One of you to explain for me briefly, just in 40 seconds.
Takeaway done in groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, we happen to be in the same group with Mozu, I think, from first year to until we separated the classes. So I think the experience was the same, and we were Costarians. How many? We have friends, Riziki, Leah. We were me, Riziki, Leah, Mozua, and
I think Zaitun, but you are unavailable in most of the time. You are very busy.
yes, I've always been busy chasing my dreams, doing some 1, 2. I run my programs, but for the good of the comrades, myself, for the betterment of the community. Yeah.
Okay.
So I could maybe do my part, send to them, they compile. But
Okay.
I could sometime appear for Dua, don't
I have a good memory.
Okay, that's a good one. Now you are in first year. Now you are now getting done with your first semester exam. You've now taken your first semester exam. You
Yes.
now got your the whole academic year results. What was your experience or your reaction to the results that you got from the portal?
Yeah, first of all, I didn't want to see any D or C in my transcript. So I realized that I had 2 Ds, one from philosophy and logic and rational thought. Then another one was from fundamentals of computing. I scored a C. So actually, I feared a D, a grade D, even from high school. You know, when you score a D, you are just at the cross. It means maybe you didn't attend that class, you just do some copying here and there. But when you score a good grade now, you are happy about it. My reaction towards those results wasn't that good. Actually, I wanted to score it's either an A, B, not that much. I just wanted an A, I'm aiming at scoring a first class. So I was told you get a first class from the beginning of your studies, from first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. So if you score some D's in first year, now that's an indication that things might be tough in your next years. So I had to wake up again and try as much as possible. I don't see a D in my transcript.
Okay, what of Ruth Fatma?
Personally, I was not shocked because what you work for, what you reap, what you reap is what you sow, what you sow is what you reap.
Yeah.
You will reap what you sow. Actually, that was the statement I was looking for. So for me, I had a mean grade of B. Yeah, so it wasn't that bad. I had a D. I think I had a D and some C's. Yeah, because I did not prepare adequately. See, I told you I was a loner. I used to love movies so much.
Yeah.
You could find it's exam time, but I have that movie that I really want to watch. Then I find that, I'm distracted. I have an exam and I've not prepared adequately. But I just got there, right? So when the results came, I knew that in this unit I'm not going to perform. In this unit I'm not going to perform because I did not prepare. So I was not shocked so much. Shock normally comes when you prepared adequately. You wrote the right answers, but now you get a grade that looks like, what happened? And then you have no one to answer. There now is where I normally get a shock. But when I know that I did not prepare, when the transcript comes, I know this is what I was going to get after all.
And what message did you give to yourself after you realized that you've not failed, you don't have a soup in your portal?
One thing, I normally say that a portal is a living thing. You might even be at home, you just go through there, you have heard that results are out, then when you realize you have a soup, it's when now disasters start attacking you. Really, just like a ghost you are seeing it virtually. So when I realized that I don't have a soup in my portal, normally I encourage myself that I need to do better. There's always an opportunity to do better apart from what you have just done. Even if I score grade A, I still tell myself that there's an opportunity. Maybe this is A 80 marks. Now there's an opportunity for me to get 90. I normally fear soup, special, or whichever way supplementary. I fear those exams. I don't know what I will do when I score them. I might even collapse, but I'm courage enough. I can't get them.
Okay.
Maybe things might change, but I thank God. Not the wish of anyone to do a soup, rather a supplementary, or rather a special exam or a retake. Sometimes it's just the conditions. But I hope that things work better so that I finish in good time. By the end of 4 years, I go back to Pwani.
Okay, now let's go straight to third year, where most of students from the School of Journalism and Mass Communication Department normally goes for the attachment. What was your experience and during the attachment? What challenges did you face during your attachment?
Okay, I faced some challenges. I think 3 major challenges. One is on timing. I tried myself. I knew that I was supposed to report at 8. By 8, I was supposed to be at the station. Now, but you realize when you go there at 7:35, the first day, I was to be sent back, courtesy of the manager. She told me, because you are new, let me talk to the boss so that you can learn the rules. So I was to be sent back because of just timing. So on daily basis, I was just supposed to be there by 7, I'd be there. Then by 5, I leave that office. So I had to get in touch with that routine on daily basis. And I was attached at Mombasa, especially in Nyali. Nyali is one place where we say kila mtu na vyake. So there you need to have a ransom pocket for you to be there. Actually getting a lunch in Nyali, it's very, very difficult unless you are good and your parents are able. So in terms of food also, it was a challenge. Now you have to look for vibandaski, which are not available in Nyali. Now you go to the fundi mujengos and combine with them. You assume yourself you are a fundi mujengo, you move your tie, you sit in, you just join that bandwagon and get something to eat as you go back. Because when you say now you want to go to the hotel, you need at least 300 or 500 for you to get a lunch. Then also another challenge is in terms of token. You see, you are going there for 3 months, you have been there, but most of these media houses, they don't, should I say they don't appreciate? Okay, that one appear a little bit harsh, but they don't appreciate. Like this person have been here, promptly, active, on daily basis, just as an attaché, more than even the worker who is paid. But just giving this person something, maybe 2,000 at the end of the month, they don't do that. In fact, they request that you pay 3,000 per month for that attachment. And of course, it's apart from I as a student benefiting, it's another way of assisting in that media houses. Some media houses don't have enough employees. When you go there, you act like wewe ndio something to assist in that team. So that was another challenge. And lastly, another challenge now is securing a place that will offer what you want. I wanted a place where I could get some skills in audiovisual, at least a radio and a TV. I had interest in TV, news anchoring and reporting. I also have interest in radio production. But eventually I managed to get an attachment at a place where they only have a radio. So now I had to shift myself to the radio production part, which eventually now it had made me, I prefer working in a radio more than working in a TV. However, even given an opportunity in any other place, I can work. But my interest now has shifted into radio. So it was a challenge for me. Most media houses, they don't actually offer what a student might be interested in.
And there is a part that I wanted to hear from you.
Yes.
The field work part. You've been given that chance to go to the field to collect data, bring a story.
Okay, on that part, that is the part which now hardens a journalist, hardens a reporter. When you go to the field, there are a lot of things happen. One, when you go to the field, you might be given a camera. Maybe you are a photographer of a certain media house. Now you have to capture waheshimiwa as they are moving, as they are doing their things in the political rally. You are new to the camera, you are shaking. Now at the end of the day, the media house needs those good photos so that they can do the publication. Now you have to be heard. And if I were to say, some of the experts in those areas, they are not even really to assist others so that they become better than them. So you'll realize the person is very busy on daily basis. You go to that person, Mr. So-and-so, assist me to do this. I'll tell you, come tomorrow on Friday. Okay, today's Friday, let's meet on Monday. I visit that person on Monday, is just going around the bush instead of assisting. But at the field, there are also what we call some tokens. You go cover a certain story, you need to be given fare, but you may realize the media house won't even give you that transport accommodation which you require. If I were to say in terms of reporting in the field, that is the hardest part that a journalist can go through. At the same time, is the best area that as a journalist you can get experience.
Okay, thank you, Mazwa. Let's now get to Fatma. Just describe briefly to just around 1 minute because we are running out of time. Explain in 1 minute.
Okay, for me, mine was really listening for what Mwadzwa has been saying, and from the beginning until this time, I can really say that my life, I've really seen God. It's by the grace of God. I didn't face, because by the grace of God, I was attached at KBC, Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, the BH Broadcasting House in Nairobi. So I was not suffering because I was staying at home. Let me say it's home because it's my brother's place.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I was staying at home. Then so I was moving from home to work, and for us we were supposed to report at 9. Okay. Then at 9:30 we have the meeting that we normally have in the morning, the editorial meeting, whereby we divide the roles and then everyone goes to work. So at 5, not even 5, when it reaches 4, you are free to leave. But if you want to stay there, you can stay there until 9, whereby we have the company vehicles, they can take you to your place. So, but I never waited until 9 because I was like, oh, it's 4, I have to go home because I'm a girl and Nairobi can be sometimes tricky. Yeah, when it comes to going to the field, yeah, I had some few chances of going to the field and the experience was good. But for them, they don't let you go out alone as an intern or an attaché. They give you someone who you go there with, and this person will direct you and definitely will do your story, maybe go on air. And when you come there, when it's also for radio, you will go, sit down, write your story, and then it will be broadcasted. Maybe it will go on air in the evening. The challenges that I had, maybe health. Yeah, it was too cold sometimes. Then you feel like, oh, every morning you have to come with a face mask because you have a running nose. Yeah, but when it comes to food, you could go out with some friends. You know, KBC is near Nairobi, the University of Nairobi, UON. So we could have places whereby comrades could go eat at an affordable price. So with 100 bob, you could get something good and you eat. Yeah. Maybe in the morning, I take breakfast at home, supper at home. So it was only lunch. Okay. And then when it comes to token, yeah, they don't pay you a monthly salary, but when you go to the field, you will go with the company vehicle, and then they will give you a lunch allowance, which is good. When you go far, it's much good. So I thank God. Yeah, I really thank God. For me, I did not really have a hard time. Despite being maybe sick, every other thing was good because in KBC we have more than, I think, over 15 radio stations are there. Then we have like the main newsroom for KBC, Channel 1, we have Y254, and then we have another one. So for me, I could learn anything that I wanted to learn. I could go to the gallery, watch how these directors direct, the one who is reading in the main studio. So it was really good for me, and I really thank God.
Okay. Now, as we just wind up, Ruth Fatma is now a 4.2 student taking journalism and mass communication.
Yeah.
You are now exiting campus. What are some of the goals that you have in life after your fourth year?
My goals. I like to take a little of your time. Talking of my goals of life, journalism is one of them, yes. But as you know me, Kibabi has really helped me. It has shaped me. It has really redefined the way that I want to take in life. I'm into politics. I'm into organizations. I run a program called Wezesha Dada program. So, and I thank God it has really grown here in school, and I have plans of taking it to where I come from. So when, by the grace of God, I'm looking forward being a CEO of an organization, which maybe I can get some few links, then see how it goes. So I'm not only into journalism, I'm into running other things. I'm into politics. If I'll get that courage, I cannot promise 2027. It's very near. 2032. You will see me out there. And in journalism, I've opted for public relations because I went for a broadcast attachment. So I wanted to get maybe some few links on how to run a corporate, how to run an organization, because I'm featuring myself as a future CEO. So I'm getting this knowledge to help me. But in journalism, I also love to be a TV presenter, radio presenter. Yeah, maybe in a corporate, to be a PRO and such kind of things. But I really thank God for this far. I really thank God for Kibabi. If I say I won't thank God for Kibabi, then I'm a very big liar. Yeah, Kibabi has really made me to be the Fatma that I am today.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mwazua, I know you're a man of too many words.
Yes.
I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to explain the goals and some of the things that you have achieved. Because I've seen you working on several things concerning journalism work and the radio, the TV. Just explaining just in 2 minutes.
Okay. I wanted to be a journalist. I still want to be a journalist. And even if I were to be taken back to the portal, to the application portal, the KUSSIPS portal, I still choose journalism. I wanted to be a broadcaster. I wanted to be a news anchor. I wanted to be a radio producer. I also wanted to be a master of ceremony, especially those dealing with protocol itifaki in State House. I just wanted to be one of them. I had several goals. One, I wished to start an organization that normally provide a platform for the young journalists, the upcoming journalists, especially the Form 4 leavers. There are those who dropped out of school in class 8, but they have a passion in acting. There are those who are in Form 2, maybe due to 1 or 2 challenges, they couldn't make it, but they have a passion in cinematography or film industry. So I wanted to start an organization, of which I thank God I have started it, Samtabasam Foundation, still very low due to some financial challenges and also availability. I'm still a student. I'm planning to go back to Kilifi so that I be there personally in that organization. We are looking up to some tools, the cameras, production equipment, so that we start it once and for all. I do produce a platform for other upcoming journalists to also raise their dreams. I also have a dream of becoming a leader. Either a political leader. I don't call them politician. Okay, they can be politician, but I'm not a politician. I'm a leader. So I have a dream of becoming a leader, and I can't say that in 2032 or in 2027, whichever opportunity comes on my way that is legally, constitutionally, and also it best suits me, I go for it. In 2027, you might find me being one of the senatorial or rather even a gubernatorial, some will say you are still young, you don't know these things, you don't know how to run an organization.
Yeah.
But I believe in myself, and I have that passion of becoming one of the leaders. I might be even a member of parliament. One thing I don't want to be sponsored by the so-called cartels whom they'll be running me. I just want to use my finance. I just want to get that opportunity and serve. And lastly, I have a dream of building an organization that will incorporate from primary school, high school, college, polytechnic, university, all other spheres of learning in one area. I provide opportunity for those who are disabled, for those who financially, physically, whichever way. I provide an opportunity for those who wished to become some people in the near future, but they could not. So, in summary, I have very many goals, but one great goal, providing a platform for others to go beyond where I am.
As you can see, Ruth, Fatma, together with Samson Mazua, you can see they all have the same mindset of owning something in their life. It seems that the Coastarians, the coastal part of Kenya, has produced a very great minds, and these great minds will help this country, Kenya, one day. This was your host, Ochola Bonaventure. You can watch us on TikTok at Who is Ochola Bonaventure, on our YouTube channel, Who is Ochola Bonaventure, Facebook page, Who is Ochola Bonaventure, and Facebook, Ochola Bonaventure. Thank you for today. Stay tuned. Let's meet for the next interview.